Well, hey there, Carlos. This is your friend Jim over here on the East Coast. 3 hours into the future from your perspective. And this is your 5 minutes. And as we've said so many times, it's actually my 5 minutes right now, but once I hand it over to you over there in lovely British Columbia, then it becomes your 5 minutes. And so your podcast name remains Perfecto. So, out for a little walk today. The lovely Mrs. D and I had our anniversary brunch. Have this place called the Milton Inn down in Maryland that we go to for special occasions, and I would think an anniversary would count as a special occasion. And so we went down there for an expensive brunch. So, not a cheap place to go to, but the food is amazing. Actually, it's a shame you never make it over to the East Coast, because as a cook, as a chef, I'd love your impression of how well the Milton Inn did, but I think you would like it. So they tend to go with a bit of a French flair. So, for example, I had a Cronenbourg, which of course is a French beer, or a beer that comes from France, right? Cronenbourg doesn't sound very French, does it? No, it does not. It sounds very German, so it's probably a German that moved to France and said, well, y'all got no beer here, so I guess I got a monopoly on making French beer. But there you go. So I had a Cronenbourg, and then I had a Croque Monsieur, which, for those of you who don't speak French, it's essentially a toasted ham and cheese sandwich, but this is on basically French toast, so not regular sandwich bread. So a little more filling than just a hot ham and cheese, but it's amazing. And of course, frites, which of course are fries, and amazing fries, just nicely salted, and went well with the French beer. My lovely Mrs. D had some sort of fish. What did she have? Rockfish. That's what she had. She had rockfish, which is a big fish around here in the mid-Atlantic, so it's a popular dish. And then what else? Well, of course they knew we were there for our anniversary, because we told them that's why we were there. When you made the reservations, they ask these kinds of questions, and they, of course, said, well, since it's your anniversary, what's an anniversary without something sparkling? So we brought out 2 glasses and a bottle of Prosecco. So we had some Prosecco on the Milton Inn, which was very nice. So it was a nice little treat. And then, of course, after eating our entrees, it was time for some lovely desserts, and I had basically a chocolate on top of chocolate on top of chocolate cake. And then Susie had chocolate mousse. So, which, by the way, both go very well with a free glass of Prosecco. I guess in case you're curious. But anyway, that was our afternoon, so I'm coming to the end of my 5 minutes, soon to be your 5 minutes, so I will sign off here and just say hello from the East Coast, hello from the tiny bugs that are flying in front of my face, and be well, my friend.